people may not realize that they're feeling this because it can be hidden with other things, but underneath the surface, underneath, deeper down, it might be a feeling of unworthiness. And it's sort of based on the entity that you've designed and that you've interpreted from interactions in society, feeling like it should do something better, should control life better than what it's doing, or it should be a better version of itself in the design, in the mental design of what the ego wants, which will never be satisfied, by the way. It will never be good enough. My mother used to say, "John, you are never satisfied." And that is part of the motivation, I think, to delve into all of this, and it was part of the energy that drove me forward to investigate these things. Because I laugh at that now, and I just see it as character traits that somehow were just developed in this lifetime, which have now, in the most part, been relaxed. But unworthiness can be a real source of suffering. The one that is thinking, the one that is being drummed up in thought, the dream of the person that is unworthy isn't real, then that can be a bit of a relaxation, an antidote to that feeling, to that suffering. This idea of control and separation comes up a lot. And it was just an idea that was like a beautiful scene. If you can imagine, everything is a plasma. Imagine if everything is plasma, including the body, the world that you're moving through. It's all just beautiful, intelligent, energetic plasma, right? And the body is part of this, but appearing a little bit differently as a hand or a body, and there's other things. There are other seeming energetic objects in this changing plasma. And as you go through, you keep trying to, as the identified self, you keep trying to corral and change and hold on to that changing plasma, and it's always changing. It's always just energetic change. And every time you try to control it, it creates it creates suffering in the person that's trying to control it, because it's a slippery eel. It can't be grasped because it keeps changing, and the hand is part of the change. So it's like, eventually, if you kind of got in sync with that changeable nature of this energy, so it's synchronizing with the changeable nature of expressing energy in the universe, that's kind of a flow state. And that can still direct energy in the right way, and to have, experiences and pleasant experiences, and ward off probably unpleasant suffering and these sort of. But it's all just changeable, fluid flow of energy in this universe, and that's what you are. We get the impression that we're separate, and it's a separate object that's static in time, because it seems to be an object for a while. Like this, the body is like that, the tree is like that, the dog's like that, the metal is like that. But ultimately, everything is corroding and changing, and ultimately, always in change. Just might be a bit slow compared to what we think. We see a pattern of change, and we say it changes very slowly compared to the age of, say, a human body. But ultimately, trusting the changeable nature of the flow of life is a more harmonious way to interact in this world.